Hello all and welcome to the GMAT Advanced Target 700 program by Career Kata. In today's session, we would be looking at reading comprehension and scientific passages in particular. Now, scientific passages are something that you will often come across in the GMAT exam. A lot of them contain a lot of scientific jargon. A lot of them have a lot of complicated scientific information, and candidates are sometimes at odds to attempt them. So let's take one example that we have taken from the GMAT verbal review, and let's jump right in. So let's read this passage and look at how should we approach a scientific passage. Let's begin. In 1994, a team of scientists led by David McKay began studying the meteorite ALH 84001. Now, before we proceed any further in the passage, let me point out that things like a name ALH 84001 or any other such complicated scientific names, they do not need to be focused on in the first read. Okay, so we can kind of think of this as some meteorite. Let's go ahead, which had been discovered in Antarctica in 1984. 2 years later, McKay team announced that the meteorite, which scientists generally agree originated on Mars. Okay, now let's stress here, it says which scientists generally agree originated on Mars, which means that the origin of this particular meteorite is broadly ascribed to having come from Mars. Contained compelling evidence that life once existed on Mars. Now the McKay's team has made a discovery that it believes it has compelling evidence that life once existed on Mars. This evidence includes the discovery of organic molecules in the meteorite, the first ever found in Martian rock. Organic molecules, complex, carbon-based compounds, form the basis for terrestrial life. The organic molecules found in ALH 84001 are polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. Again, a scientific jargon that can be avoided in the first read. When microbes die, their organic material often decays into PAHs. Skepticism about the McKay's team's claims remains, however. For example, ALH 84001 has been on Earth for 13,000 years, suggesting to some scientists that its PAHs may have resulted from terrestrial contamination. So now we have another theory coming in, that some scientists believe that the PAHs or the pointers to life might have resulted from terrestrial contamination because life already existed on Earth, so it might have contaminated this particular rock. However, McKay's team has demonstrated that the concentration of PAHs increases as one looks deeper into ALH 84001. Okay, now if there is some contamination that is happening on the surface because of Earth, you would believe that the surface will have more contamination. And it will go on decreasing as we approach the center. But the McKay's team has shown that this is not really the case. The skeptics' strongest argument, however, is that processes unrelated to organic life can easily produce all the evidence found by McKay's team, including PAHs. Okay, so the skeptics of McKay's team, they are saying two things. They are saying either it came from Earth or it came from completely unrelated inorganic processes, which have no semblance of life formation processes. Okay, the examples are, for example, star formation produces PAHs. Moreover, PAHs frequently appear in other meteorites and no one attributes their presence to life processes. Yet McKay's team notes that the particular combination of PAHs in ALH 84001 is more similar to the combinations produced by decaying organisms to those originating from non-biological processes. So what can we also note is that at the end, there is really no consensus. McKay's team is making one particular claim, and then there is another group of skeptics that are making two different claims. One, that it might be the result of Earth's contamination, and second, it might be the result of inorganic processes that have got nothing to do with life. Now, with this understanding, let's quickly jump into the questions. Now, the first question is, based on the primary purpose of the passage. Now, this is a question you will come across various times in the GMAT. This is one of the most important questions and one of the most complex to answer for a lot of candidates. So let's look into it. Let's look at the first option. Describe new ways of studying the possibility that life once existed on Mars. Okay. Now, we are not really interested in the possibility that life once existed on Mars. We are just limiting ourselves to the evidence that has been found on a particular rock that people believe existed on Mars. Okay, so it might be one way of proving that life once existed on Mars, but that is not the primary purpose of the passage. Okay, so A is definitely not our choice. Let's look at option B. It says, revise a theory regarding the existence of life on Mars in light of new evidence. Okay, so there is no theory that has really been talked about in this particular passage. And as I said, life on Mars is not really the point in question here. We are trying to look at whether this rock has enough and more evidence to point to life on Mars. Okay, so option B also goes out. Reconcile conflicting viewpoints regarding the possibility that life once existed on Mars. Now we have clearly seen that there is no reconciliation. The reconciliation is actually missing. Okay, there are two differing theories and they continue to differ towards the end of the passage as well. So this is completely opposite to what we have in our passage. Option D says that evaluate a recently proposed argument concerning the origin of ALH 84001. Now, does this passage concern about the origin of ALH 84001? No, we have seen that the passage clearly says that scientists generally agree that this particular meteorite, it originated on Mars, which means this is not really the thing that is in question. Hence, option D also goes out. Let's look at option E. Describe a controversy concerning the significance of evidence from ALH 84001. This is exactly what this passage is about. If you look at, there is controversy about where this evidence is basically pointing to. We have the McKay team that really believes that this evidence is pointing to the fact that life once existed on Mars. Then we certainly have the skeptics. Okay, these guys are saying that this might have come from processes unrelated to organic life, and we have been discussing what is the real significance of the evidence that has been found by this particular team. Hence, option E becomes our answer. Okay, I hope the explanation is clear to all of you. Let's move on to the next question. It says that the passage asserts which of the following about the claim that ALH 84001 originated on Mars. Okay, it was initially proposed by the McKay team of scientists. No, we have seen that this has been widely accepted amongst the scientific community. McKay's team has nothing to do with it. It is not a matter of widespread scientific dispute. Now look at the significance of the word "not" here. Okay, it being not a matter of widespread scientific dispute means that it is something on which there is scientific consensus. All right, and this is what we have seen in the passage. Okay, that there is scientific consensus and everybody believes that this particular rock came from Mars. All right, so B becomes our very good choice for our option. Now, what we need to note is that whenever you are attempting these questions, even if you think that you have found the right answer, you must always go through all the other options that are there and rule out any other close option or similar sounding option. So let's quickly look at the other options. It has been questioned by some skeptics of the McKay's team's work. No, even if people have kind of doubted McKay's work or McKay's team's work, nobody is doubting whether the meteorite came from. Everybody believes that it came from Mars. It has been undermined by recent work on PEH. This is a very easy option to eliminate. There is no talk about any recent work on PEH, especially its incompatibility with whatever has been stated. It is incompatible with the fact that ALH 84001 has been on Earth for 13,000 years. Now, it being here for 13,000 years has got nothing to do with its origination on Mars. Okay, so this is also an easy option to eliminate. Hence, we are only left with option B, which is the right answer. Let's look at the next question. The passage suggests that the fact that ALH 84001 has been on Earth for 13,000 years has been used by some scientists to support which of the following claims about ALH 84001. Even before we come to the options, what is it that people are trying to point out here? The same theory that, this particular rock has been on Earth for a long time, 13,000 years to be precise. And what would have happened in those times? Terrestrial microbes, which are here and which are, definitely pointers of life, because life exists on Earth for sure. They might have contaminated this particular meteorite as well. All right. Now, let's look at the options. ALH 84001 may not have originated on Mars. Again, this is something that is not being discussed here. Everybody is saying that it is originating on Mars. ALH 84001 contains PAHs that are a result of non-biological processes. Now, this is another theory. This is another thought that will actually confuse you. But it has got nothing to do with the 13,000 years. Okay, it could have been a result of non-biological process, and it could have happened in 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, nobody knows what. But the passage suggests that it has been Earth for 13,000 years. It has got to have something more significant than it being a result of non-biological processes, in which case the time is not of essence. Okay, let's rule that out as well. Let's look at option C. ALH 84001 may not have contained PAHs when it landed on Earth. Exactly. Now, if you look at option C, it says that it may not have contained PAHs when it landed on Earth. Then what happened? It spent 13,000 years on Earth, and the Earth's contaminants went into the particular meteorite. And that is why the McKay's team found it there. All right. So this becomes our de facto choice. Now let's look at the other options before we can finalize on C. The organic molecules found in ALH 84001s are not PAHs. Okay, again, it has got no relation to the 13,000 years. Okay, no relation to time. Easy option to knock off. The organic molecules found in ALH 84001 could not be the result of terrestrial contamination. If you look at this option, this actually goes anti to what the people who are the proponent of the terrestrial contamination theory are saying. These scientists are basically saying that it stayed here for 13,000 years and hence this particular contamination came in. However, option E says that it could not have been the result of terrestrial contamination. This is actually, taking our position head on. This is exact opposite of what the scientists are trying to say. Hence, option E also is the easy option to knock off, and we finalize our answer as option C. Now, as we come to the end of this particular passage and the associated questions, there are a few things to note. First and foremost, whenever you face a scientific passage, all of these details which you can avoid in the first read, you must definitely avoid. Okay, if there is a particular question that comes that talks about something related to these particular jargons, you can always come back and focus yourself on that particular paragraph or on that particular area. But in the first read, you must avoid that. Okay, always look at what are the different theories that are coming in. In most scientific passages, you will see somebody who will be talking about a particular theory. There will be another group of people who will be talking about it. There might be a generally accepted theory, or there might be a theory that has been built by consensus. Similarly, there might be a reconciliation and so on and so forth. So it is very, very important that you stay focused on the main theme, look out for reconciliations, look out for differing viewpoints, and avoid the hairy, minute details till you find a question that is actually talking about that particular aspect. Okay, so I think this particular passage would have been of some help to you guys. As I said in the beginning of the session itself, it is an effort where we will try to ensure that you get the maximum questions right and you boost your score to a 700 plus from 600. So I will see you in the next part of this particular series. Till then, take care and start preparing.